Hi Mr. Sean, hi Ian. I'm going to show you guys how to draw an apple. So, all you really need, piece of paper. We have an apple in real life. If you don't have a lamp, you can set it out so it's getting some nice light from a window. Or you can just use a photo of an apple. Or you could use an apple from your imagination. Either work. I have a piece of charcoal here. It is called compressed charcoal, so basically it's just ash that's just been kind of ground up and pressed together. Sometimes they look like sticks, but this time it looks more like angular, kind of like cubed. And then this is an eraser called a kneadable eraser, and you knead it like dough, and the grime from the charcoal mysteriously disappears. Nobody actually knows where it goes. So, without further ado, I'm going to start this drawing of the apple. I love drawing apples because you can draw apples wrong and they will still be apples. Very lightly, I am just going to draw an imperfect shape. Maybe close to circle, circle-ish, oval-ish. You know, I can make mistakes, whatever. That's fine. Let's get messy. Okay, there's my shape. I can see there's a shadow. You can look. The shadow is kind of like oval shape, right? Okay, got that in there. That's the only lines I will do. Maybe this one too. Okay, only lines I will do. The rest of the time, I am going to try to get rid of my lines. So I need to look to see where the darkest, what we call values are. So you can see here, look at how dark it is here, right? That's the shadow side. There's a light shining on it, shadow side. Also, there's an actual shadow, also pretty dark. So, with that said, I'm going to start to kind of grind that charcoal into the paper. Ooh, look at that. I like charcoal because it's like painting with your fingers. Already, look, we're getting something. Okay, shadow, like I said, that's a dark value. Value is just, when you talk about value, it's just talking about if something light or is it dark. We don't have color, so we can't talk about color. We can only talk about light and dark. Look at that. See that shadow? That shadow tucks right underneath the apple. Okay, let me show you this. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes you lose an edge. Where'd it go? Right here, the apple's kind of disappeared into the shadow. I don't want that. If you look here, and sometimes it helps if you squint, I can see that the apple is a little lighter down here, just a little lighter in value. Okay? See that? It came right back. That's why I love charcoal. There's no mistakes. Now look at the left side. This is really tricky. The left side of the apple, behind the apple, when I squint, it's actually quite dark. So check this out. Wow, it's like magic. There's my apple. It's glowing. It's the all-powerful, glowing apple. Okay. Right? We're getting somewhere. Oh, lost the right side of my apple. What do I do? Well, let's use the eraser. You can kind of draw with the eraser. See, it's actually light in the background. See that value behind the apple? Right here, there's light, right? Opens up the background. Maybe lighten it up here a little bit. Okay, let's see. Just a few more adjustments. It's a little bit darker on the left side of the opening. Interesting, right? When a light shines down this way, left side is light, right side is dark. But look at what happens on the inside of the top. It's opposite. Left side is dark. Left side is actually light. That's true all the time. Okay, look at that. We're getting somewhere. Now I can do some adjustments. I can clean up my side of the apple here, make it nice and sharp. You know, I use my fingers just as much as I use the charcoal. Maybe I can make a little bit of adjustments. I can see it's a little darker up here. I like to get the big stuff in first, and then you work your way up to detail. Everybody wants detail first, but you have to be patient, right? I'm sure that's true in music too. You got to get the basics first. So let's just get the shape of the apple and then work light, dark, detail. Okay, there's a little stem. Just like the apple, there's a shadow side and a light side. Let's try to get that in. See, if you squeeze the kneadable eraser, you can get kind of a pointy shape. That's pretty good. All right. You can see the top of the apple's a little rounded. When you round it, I could make my kind of strokes rounded to follow the shape of the apple too. Okay. Actually, I'll make that overall just a little bit darker because I see a real shiny spot right there. They call that the highlight. Let's see. Couldn't do that if everything was bright. If everything is bright, nothing's bright. So see that? Making it a little bit of darker around there. Gives it some shine. I'm a fussy artist, so I keep going back. Right? Keep going back and make adjustments. Sometimes you get it right the first try, but most of the time you get something down and then you make some adjustments. All right, not bad. I think that's it for today's lesson. All you need, paper, kneadable eraser, charcoal. If you don't have these things, please knock on the door and I will give them to you. I would love to see your work. All right, but no pressure.